Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of Valpo Football Weekly, along with head coach Dave Cicchini. This is Todd Eichow, and Dave we got a home game coming up this week, and trying to get healthy. But let's take a look at this past Saturday against Morehead State, in a game in which, again, more injuries, fighting hard, kind of an uphill battle all day long. You never quit. You come up on the short end. Let's talk about the ball game.
Yeah, first of all, I thought it was a great effort by our football team. A lot of guys going down. Jamari Booker gets kicked out for targeting. A lot of adversity. We fall behind early and are struggling on offense. Our kids didn't quit. We managed to come up with big play after big play to get us back in the football game. And there we are with just over a minute left to go in the game, driving to tie or possibly win the football game. And we just came up short, but there was a lot of positive things happening. Our kids not quitting, stepping up, making critical plays, having some of our best drives of the game offensively. And unfortunately, we just fell short.
Yeah, and against a Morehead State team who's very, very good offensively, you really need to score more points early on in the game. 7 points in the first half maybe is where the game was lost.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Our lack of success in the first half offensively, putting together drives. We had some 3 and outs, some uncharacteristic play, just weren't able to move the sticks and keep our defense rested. They were playing well. And again, we got better as the game went on offensively, but really you're exactly right. It goes back to that first quarter. We had guys that were open. We just didn't execute some plays, and we left some points out there.
And not to make excuses, Jimmy Seawald not playing a lot in practice, trying to kind of rest himself.
Right.
And there were open receivers throughout the course of the early portion of the game, and you just guys did not make connection. And it has to be difficult when there isn't that continuity at quarterback.
Yeah, exactly, and that's tough. We go through that every week so far, basically this year in practice, where we've got multiple quarterbacks who are going into to practice. So we like to think and hope that our players are used to it, so it can carry over and we'll be okay in the game. But the truth is absolutely right. It's not the same as having the same guy back there for every snap, and that's just another bit of adversity that we've had to deal with here this season.
And I hate to sit here and just make excuses about injuries, but I've been around this program for a long, long time. I don't ever remember seeing a season like this, where each week, not only is there an injury or two, but it always seems to be one of your better players,
right.
Quite frankly.
Yeah, it's tough. We haven't had a game where we've put our 4 captains out there for the coin toss, and all 4 of them are actually playing in the football game. This past week in particular, we had lost all 4 starters in our defensive backfield, and we had a lot of young kids that were out there playing. And again, they're competing, they're fighting their tails off, they're making some good plays. But you're right, it's just not the same as you pictured going into the season with so many veteran guys that were back on both sides of the ball.
On a positive note, some young kids are playing, like Michael Scarcella, a local kid who now has had back-to-back really solid games, who a month ago you didn't even figure he'd be in the lineup at all, right?
Absolutely. A smart kid who's got size and really has a high football IQ, and his the extra reps that he's been able to get over the course of the last 4 or 5 weeks are really starting to pay off. He's going to be a special player. And then on the flip side, you have other guys who are towards their end of their career. A guy like Drew Snoffer at linebacker. What a football game that he played. He single-handedly really helped spark that comeback with his interception.
Yeah, that was the historically great week of football, or one day of football for Snoffer, who had 13 tackles, an interception for a touchdown, a fumble recovery. He had a sack as well, and you couldn't do more than he did. Right. And it's great to see him, at the end of his career, playing unbelievable football.
Yeah, he's an outstanding football player, and hopefully he'll get some postseason recognition.
All right, Dave, talk about Drake, a program which has been a model of consistency for the past couple decades.
Yeah, well, they are not nearly as banged up as we are. You look at their 2 deep, and they're just loaded with lots of fifth-year seniors and fourth-year seniors. They're talented on both sides of the football. Certainly, I think the best defense in the PFL. They're playing lights out. They're doing a great job against the run and the pass. That's certainly going to be a challenge. And of course, their quarterback, who did an incredible job a year ago through the air, passing for over 400 yards against us. He's dangerous and presents a lot of challenges. He made a lot of plays against us a year ago with his feet, scrambling and then either running with the football or just finding the open receiver. So it absolutely is going to be a big challenge for us.
All right, great test. Good luck on Saturday.
All right, thank you.
For head coach Dave Cicchini, this is Todd Eichow. Thanks for joining us this week on Valpo Football Weekly.